All right. I think I'm live. So welcome. What's up to you? Thanks for stopping by. This is my YouTube channel. I call it I Will Create. Somehow I got stuck with that name, but I also go by the Odd Pilot. I'm your neighborhood nerd, the Underground Zero. So anyway, what do? I do a lot of different things. I do tutorials. I do live streams. I'm a, guy that likes to have efficient workflow with MIDI equipment and things like that. So I do work however I feel. If I want to work in a DAW, I work in a DAW. If I want to work standalone, I work standalone. So I usually use Ableton, and I use this thing over here most of the time because this works well with all of the external gear that I have. You can see I've got other equipment that I power, and or should I say I use this thing to run the MIDI to all that stuff. So now with the MPC 2.8 update, we're supposed to be able to do some things that we were never able to do before, which is years in the making, literally years, because I've had this now, I think, for 2.5 years, and I was whining about it then. So, but you know what? You make a decision, right? You figure out what something is, and then you make a decision. So I kept it. Anyway, I love it. This could be a game changer. What I have been using is a Mio 10. A Mio 10. It's a MIDI box, so I don't think I quite have an angle I can show you, but I got a MIDI box that's got 10 pairs of regular 5-DIN MIDI ports. Actually, I can swing it just like this. Oh, my dog, tippy toes. There'll be a much more formal overview video, but I have not even looked at this thing yet. I haven't even, I haven't peeked at it. So you're going to experience that with me when I open it up. So that, anyway, if you can see that, I can't tell if it's clear or not. My eyes are so bad, but that's a Mio 10. So it's got 3 ports on the front. It's actually got 2 USB ports, which will allow you to connect to 2 separate computers, so that you can have, that dude needs to lay down, so that you can have control over your MIDI ports from 2 different computers. So you could have 2 DAW, things like that. But it also has a host port. So it has a host port on the front, on the back, which will take an 8-port, MIDI hub, a USB hub, and then you can plug in all of your USB MIDI gear into that. So you get a lot of MIDI, MIDI devices. I think it's 26 MIDI devices. So MIDI can be, I guess, a complex, topic. And I'm not going to get into all the specific jargon and technical terms because, to be honest with you, I'm self-taught and I don't know any of them. I know what everything does, but we can save all that stuff for another day. What does multi-timbral mean? Multi-timbral just basically means multiple sounds on different MIDI channels. And if you want to make it really simplified, just think of it like you've got a hi-hat. Let's say you've got, no, I don't want to use drums because that'll be more confusing. Let's say you've got a lead synth, you've got a bass synth, and you've got something else playing an arpeggiator. And you want to put each one on a separate channel. Channel 1 is, a lead synth. Channel 2, bass. 3, an arpeggiator. You can actually have those 3 coming out of one machine if you have a multi-timbral piece of hardware. A digitone is an example of a multi-timbral piece of equipment. Multi-timbral, multi-channel. This is multi-track. So you've got 4 channels. These are 4 tracks, I should say. 4 tracks that will record, depending on, if you want 1 note of polyphony, 2 notes of polyphony, 3 notes of polyphony. You can divide up to 8 voices onto these 4 tracks. So if you want, you could put 1 here, 2 voices here, 3 voices here, and then another voice there. But that's just an explanation of multi-timbral MIDI. It's basically one source that sends multiple signals to a single destination. So like I can run on my deluge, I can put I can put that Mio 10 coming into this thing. I can have 4 different pieces of hardware sending MIDI information on separate channels. And the deluge will record all of that MIDI channel data on all those separate channels without having to go in and route things. So it does it. It recognizes that it's on a separate channel, and it puts it on a separate channel. As for MPC, what's been the norm is that we get all of our MIDI into one single track. It's a global MIDI track as an input. Now it does have multi-timbral MIDI output. So we now apparently have multi-timbral MIDI input. So now we just got to figure out what we got. So now I'm going to actually take a look at this thing. And the first thing I noticed was this. This is different. Let me zoom this in a little bit. This is definitely different. Oh, who's calling me? Nope. All right. Okay, let me zoom this in. Yo, go away. I'm good. All right, just go over there or something, please. All right, so here we go. Jesus Christ, this thing is buzzing everywhere. I fucking hate technology. Okay, I noticed this straight away. This, you didn't have access to this before from this page. That is huge, because what I was having to do when I wanted to record something each time is go in here, change the arming settings and whatnot. So now that's here. In auto merge. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So maybe that'll apply to MIDI tracks as well. Let's take a look at the MIDI tracks right now. Let's take a look. Whoops. All right, let's get into this. Whoops. Okay. All right, so at first glance, we've got a MIDI channel right there. And we've got a MIDI port right here. So this will allow us, I think, to assign the MIDI in, or is this only going to be MIDI out? Let's see. Okay, let me just see if I can send to, I'll try to send to the Prophet, which is on 7. Oh, I may need to activate MIDI. I just updated this, so I haven't even looked to see what all these settings look like now. Let me take a look. I thought I would just wait until I was live to even open it. Instant track mutes. Record track mutes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. MIDI and sync. Here we go. Okay. So MPC1, that's okay. This is going to be similar to Ableton. So we need MPC1 is your input port. So I'm going to allow that to come in as track. And then I'm going to send sync on A, because I believe I'm only on 1A. Yes, I'm on 1A. Okay, let me go back to this. All right, so 1A sync. All right, so MIDI control mode output, MPC A, that should be fine. And then enable MIDI ports, receive. I only want to receive, actually, I don't want to receive clock right now, but I'm going to send clock. Okay. Now let's see. All right, so those are the port routings. So now what about the channel? Is there more channel options? Because I didn't even look at any tutorials in the lead up to this. I've just been doing a bunch of other things. Okay. Let's see, general. All right, so it looks like that's what we've got for MIDI options. Make sure that's, you can see that. Okay. All right, let me make sure that my synth is on. All right. Okay, let me see, bank. Program, no, I don't need the program change. Bank, MIDI port. Oh, I'm not even sending out a MIDI port. Okay. That's the remote. That would be with Ableton. All right, now let me check and make sure. I think I might have filtered all of my notes. Let me see here. Because when we had this multi-timbral MIDI issue, I had to come up with creative ways to stop the MIDI notes from coming to the MPC, because everything I was playing was triggering drum hits. So let's see if I've got a filter on the MPC. This is the output. I need the input. Let's see. Active sensing. No on and off. Okay. But now I need, this is output. Output 2. Okay. All right, so this channel input, channel output filter. Whoops, I was in the wrong one. It should be on this one. Doesn't look like it is. Not even getting any MIDI. Let me make sure. Okay, I'm not even seeing any MIDI coming into that. Let's see if we are coming out of that, I should say. Let me see if I've got any MIDI coming in. Okay, I don't see any MIDI coming in either. But it starts my deluge. So I know there's definitely MIDI coming out. All right, we're gonna get this though. And if I don't, then I'm just gonna have to scrap it. Call it a day. I want to check out these track options though. Man, this probably shouldn't be. All right. So if you've got one more time. MIDI A. That should be working, I think. MIDI control. Receive. MIDI clock. Yeah. Well, I was really excited that this was just going to be super easy to get into. Come on now, let's see here. Vintage. Wow. Let's do this then. Okay. Yeah, let's not even come on. Let's not even discuss the fact that we shouldn't even be having to do this 3 years later. But here we are. So beginners, I have a video that can show you exactly what I'm doing in detail as far as plugging stuff in. 1-to-1, in to out, out to in. It's called external gear, MPC X external gear. External MIDI gear, I think. All right. Let's see if we can just see some MIDI. This is just troubleshooting 101. This is not anything fun or fancy, but this is part of the game. So for all the people that make fancy videos and spend all your time editing out all the stuff that helps people, once in a while, it's actually a good thing just to show that you fail. Don't be afraid. If you're afraid of failure, work on it. All right, so now I'm just going to see if I can find some MIDI in here. Okay. All right, we got some sort of MIDI loop happening. Could be because I'm through. Yep. Okay, now my through is off. Now you can see the MIDI light stopped, which is good, but now we're getting a little signal there, so that's good. Let's put a patch in so we can, oh, I don't even have my SD card in here. Hold on. Okay, plug this thing in. And it's kind of ironic. It's kind of ironic that I'm using the deluge to fix the MPC. All right, EOS, yeah, whatever. Okay, so now I'm just gonna, oh, I don't have it. Let me see if I can plug in an audio cable into this thing. At least one. I know I got one. Just so that if it does make some noise, we can hear it. All right. Hang up your cables. Hang up my cables and I still can't find stuff all the time. All right. Troubleshooting on the fly, so bear with me. Okay, I'm gonna plug this back here. Okay, do we have... Interesting. Oh, they did something with the monitoring. That's fine. It's just different, I think. I feel like it's different. Oh, I plugged it into the wrong one. That's why. My fault. Shit. Maybe they didn't do anything. All right. I know that sound is ass, so just... Okay, so I'm trying to find something I can... Is that going? Yeah, okay. Good enough. Okay, so let me just make this into a different MIDI channel. Okay, I want to send this play. I feel like there might be something very easy that I'm missing here. I might have to check the chat here to see if anybody's here. Okay, I'm definitely getting a signal there, but I'm not getting anything from the X. Okay, so out on port A. Did I? Shit. All right. Let me try this thing. I brought a couple cables because I thought maybe this might be an issue, and I could always try the USB MIDI that was supposed to be working. And I know this will send on channel 1. This could be an issue too. But I will figure it out because it's going to help the workflow. Uh-oh. That port might be messed up. And that port feels jacked up. Jesus, that is not. This is not. Come on, gee. Why is that? That is strange. I've never seen. Hold on. I can't use that. Let's try this one. Please let something go good here. I'm gonna make a damn video out of this somehow. I might have to cut a lot of bullshit off. But I'm gonna make a video out of this garbage. All right, so there's some MIDI. Okay. So that's going out on 1. That's the thing. For some reason, I'm not getting it to go back out. I can get it to come back in. So it has to be I don't know why it would be anything more. That is not cool. That is not cool. I'm still not seeing a MIDI signal being sent. Is it? No. Oh my God, are you serious? It's the octave I was on? Oh, hey, what's up, man? Yeah. Hey, if you were here while I was struggling, I just figured out you can't be on. That's crazy. You can't be on bank C. Normally, when I do MIDI with my pads, I just go straight to C because usually A is too low of an octave to play on the pads, or too low of a pitch or whatever note. But it wasn't actually sending any MIDI. Now it is, but I'm not hearing it yet. I'm not hearing. Okay, so now I just gotta figure out why that is. Let me see if I can just record it. Geez, it's a long. Okay, doesn't look like. Okay, doesn't look like it's sending to the right channel. Is there a? Does anybody know? Is there a, like a? Is there a set of parameters inside of the track itself? Bounce, convert program, export, random events, clear all. The right input in the channel strip. Well, it's input 1. Maybe I don't want to monitor. Hold on, let's try that. MIDI port. Oh, hold on. It's got to be USB right there. We're there. All right. So one small hurdle. Let's bring it down. All right, that's cool. So I'm going to leave that there. Let's go to track 2. Actually, let me record something that I can actually keep. Let's put the metronome on. I'm just going to record some Savage bass. All right. Let's go to 2. We'll put on 2. Actually, we'll go to 7 since that's my profit. And we'll go out on A. Should be. Okay. All right. So I can't. Oh, that's right. Hold on. I plugged it into the deluge. Let me see if I can swap these back over now that I know that's working. I'm starting to get a little excited, like a proper nerd would. I can't remember if that's the output or input. Ooh, there it is. All right, check this out. Now I'm going to be able to do a program change. So now I can change the patch. Why isn't it letting me do a program change? Oh, hold on. I know why. Because I didn't have this. I got to put the program change back on. There we go. That's my profit. Well, what's cool about that is with it doing that, I can actually just do this. Patch, awful. Let's go with something like that. Something a little more mellow. See what it does. That's cool. Hey, that's multi-timbral MIDI. Oh man. That's pretty dope. Weird. They changed this too. We now got a time correct, like a button for time correct. On, off. So that's different. See what the looper's been up to. All right, so I can export the looper to a program. I can assign it to a pad. I was really hoping we would have an answer for the looper by now, but that's cool. Hey, the multi-timbral MIDI is one thing out of the way, so props for that. Akai, thank you finally for taking care of that. I'll go ahead and assign this to pad A, and then I'll hit keep. And then what you do is you go back to a blank, and then you go to your pad that you just assigned it to, which is right here. You go back to here. What you do is you hit replace. Okay. Now as that's emptying that out, it's getting rid of it. We're gonna go back over here. And when that hits on the one, I'm gonna launch it. And right now, it's also erasing the other one. Check it out. Okay, that one's gone now. Or you can hit clear. Now we're just in the one we recorded. And there it is right there too. If you want to mess around with it, modulate it, trim it. Let's trim it. I'll just do a manual chop. That's what I like anyway. And then we'll stop that thing, and then we'll keep playing with it. Pause. Now it's a little distorted. Just give me a second. It was playing two things at once. That's why. Alright, so now we'll just go. See, I wish we could mute this like a delayed mute. Alright, maybe it is kind of a delayed mute, actually, because it isn't going to mute it until the end. Oh, is that still on? I wanted that to mute. Oh, did I mute the wrong one? Oh, the automation is recording, even though it's not armed. Okay, I don't know. What? Oh. What the hell? Oh, I forgot I put it over here too. My bad. Oh, shit. All right, cool. Here we go. So this is the whole point. This new workflow is going to be weird, but I'm going to find a way to use it the way I like it. Let's bring the... Actually, let's do this. Go up here. Whoops. I want to affect all of these. Okay. Put the node on. And then we're going to mess around with the semitones. Bring the volume down. All right, another tip. If you don't want your samples when you're messing with them to come out loud while you're trying to edit, okay, whoops, shit. You want to go to your sample edit, and then you want, oh, I'm sorry. You want to go to your general, I think. Is it general? Okay, you want to go to your general, and then you want to cue slices. I thought it was after, but if that's still making noise. Yeah, I think that's it right there. All right, good enough. All right, so let me go over here. Something like that. Let me just make that a short. I'll just do it too. Fuck it. That's channel. It's a little different, but I think I can get used to it. on. No, it's not. It's off. That's weird. I'm gonna have to get used to that. Right here, you've got a new knob. Whoops. Can I show you that knob? Kind of can. This one right here. But it says time correct, so you can now just turn it on and off, which I like, actually. I've actually made it before so that what I can do is have the force coming in on channel 1, and then I map the output 1 and 2 mute here. So then when I'm doing something on the force and I've got the X going together, I can use them kind of like turntables in a way where I can turn this off while this is playing. And the reason why that's interesting is because you can only chop in a live way if it's incoming, and you're kind of like able to chop the incoming source if the X is clocked by something else. So if the X is clocked by something else or Ableton link or something like that, then you can use the X as a kind of performance instrument. And now with the MIDI, I'm actually really excited. I'm going to disconnect my Mio 10 from my computer, and I'm going to try to plug it into this and see if we've got all the channels from all the different MIDI. That's a good question. So that's something I can check right now. Let's see. That's a great question. All right, let's check it. All right, so let me see. Let me go to a fresh sequence. Let's go to MIDI. I'm going to go to pad perform. So chromatic. I'm going to make it so, oh, is mine on the right? Okay, let me go out to the Prophet. Prophet is, let's see what I got. I like that patch I made though, so let me just write that real quick. All right. Try to find a simple patch. All right. Those bells are nasty. Let's see if that'll work. What'd I do? Oh, whoops, hold on. And it's sending velocity. It's sending, let me look at that. Oh, I don't have any information. Where do I find my, well, that is the information, isn't it? I need to check out the sensitivity situation here. Here it is. So this one right here, this knob right here controls kind of the velocity. Or is it this one? One of them. All right, but that's a terrible. Let me get it better. That's a mono patch. Hold on. All right. Yeah. Let me go to my guy. I'm all about the, oh man. it's not in here. All right, that's cool. If it ain't there, then I'm not going to say it. Huh. Oh, I know why. It's in progressions. My bad. My eyes are very bad. So hold on here. Yes. No, I guess it's not. Shit, I thought it was. That's very cool. Let's see if there's any other questions. Scales. I would assume so. Yes. Yep. Yeah. So that's about that. You can go back over here. And like that. It doesn't blink up though. Oh, I gotta receive it. That's right. I don't have it set up for that. I don't like this one. You know, one other thing that's let me just mute this. One thing that's very cool about one thing that's very cool about this synth is that it has a built-in sequencer in it. So as long as you send it clock, you can really do some interesting things with sequencing. So I'll play this drum pattern, and then I'll program a sequence while it plays. I know this will get tiring, this drum beat, but just hang in there for a second. Okay, I'm going to record. I think it had a MIDI overload or something there for a second. We'll go. I mean, that's a pretty disgusting sound. Let's see if we can just do something with it. I'm going to do is hit play. See that? Try something different. Jesus. I'm just hitting a bunch of random shit. Hold on. Give me. That's no. No. I can't do it. Yeah. Anyway, I can sit here and make garbage sounds all night. But I'm not gonna. That's cool though. Let me just make sure there's no other questions or anything. All right. I'm gonna do a more comprehensive. I'll do a proper investigation on this. So you can check that out. It'll be much shorter, more concise, and I'll just easily just kind of break down, the bits and pieces that I find interesting about this, because to be able to route stuff to your hardware, get a USB hub. I showed in this video how you can plug in external equipment with just a USB and it goes right in. You can record right from your USB port into your equipment, and then it will actually send it back out. That only has a MIDI in port. That does not have a MIDI out port. It only has USB MIDI. So with the MIDI hub, you could plug in a whole bunch of equipment. I've got a bunch of Volcas over here. You can see them up there. I got a bunch of those over here. And what I'm going to end up doing is having the 4 outputs, output A, B, C, and D, all assigned to different things. So A could be all the Volcas. I've got 8 Volcas over there. And each one of them, 6 of them can be on their own. Actually, 4 of them can be on their own MIDI channel. One of them takes 10 MIDI channels, and the other can be spread out over a keyboard. So there's a lot of mappings you can do now if you have, equipment, external MIDI gear. So you can really just set up a template and then have like a little MIDI keyboard down below here or something like that. And then you can record multi-timbral MIDI. Actually, you know what? Let me check one thing, because I didn't look to see if I could record the MIDI on a different channel. If I've got MIDI channel 7 coming in on 4, and then on channel 5, I've got MIDI channel 1, which is this thing. If I record while I'm in channel 4, so right now I've highlighted I'm in track 4, which is MIDI channel 7. That's my profit. So right now, when I play this MS-20, normally you would just record it. The MPC would just record it in this track only. But right now I'm hoping that, let me make sure I don't play back anything that I had from before. Oh. All right, it's just from the sequence. All right, so this is the test, is if I play this, if I can record this when it's on a separate track, then we're golden. So let's see what happens. Hopefully it will record on this track only. Where's my drums? All right, let's see what happens. Okay, did I do something wrong? Yes. Hold on. This has to be on USB. So remember that make sure that if you're using USB hubs, that you select the proper USB machine. So let me try that again. So I'm going to go to, let me just clear this in case there is something on there. I don't know. I don't want to check. I'm going to delete anything that's on this channel. Whoops. Track, I should say. All right, so track 4 is profit. Track 5 is MS-20. So I'm going to try to record the MS-20 while I'm in the profit track. And it should be fine. It's set up. And this one should be actually on A. That's profit. So I want to play the MS-20 while on the profit track. Let's see. And can I please have my drum track back or no? I probably can't. So let me just do a metronome then. And I'll make it a shorter test. Okay. That should have recorded though. What happened? Did I do something wrong? MIDI channel 1. Do you still have to be, or does it have to be on merge? Ah, let's see. If I put it on merge, let's see. Sorry, guys. I hear it. Is that playing? Okay, so that recorded actually. That recorded here. So I don't want to merge. I want it on auto. I don't want that on merge. Let me just make sure this is recording still. Okay, so that is recording, but why won't it record? See, it should be recording just fine if I'm in another track, if it's multi-timbral. Unless it's not multi-track, then I'm going to be annoyed too. Let's see. Okay, so that recorded fine. No. If I have this one on merge, it's probably going to play it. Nope, it's not. That doesn't make much sense. I'll have to figure that out, guys. I'm sorry. That doesn't make much sense to me. That should be playing that back. That should be playing that. But yeah, I got some research to do. Anyway, it is recording on separate tracks, which is good. Yeah, there must be a way. I'm probably overlooking something. Maybe it was in the initial setup of the sync. Could be. Yeah, I mean, there's quite a bit. Oh, okay. That might be it right there too. I never even highlighted track 1 as a master, but I don't know if that matters. Let me try that. Okay. I don't want it to play. Why am I playing? All right, let me try that. I really want this to work. Okay, so in a perfect world, we will play back in another track that's not meant for it. Probably won't work though. Last one. I can hear it, but it's playing in MIDI channel 7 and not channel 1. So let's see if that records. Yeah. All right. So there actually could be something here where it is working right. I have to still dissect this thing in regards to all the other routings I have. So I could actually have an issue here and not here. So I got to kind of get that sorted out because I probably got audio. I've probably got MIDI passing through to other machines, and it's all set up a completely different way. Before this update, all my equipment was working the way I wanted it to. So this might be a bit too much of upsetting my workflow for now. I might have to just implement these changes slowly because I don't want to lose, like, it's too hard to find a workflow that works for you, and then you don't want to upset it once you get there too much. So I'll just go back to the way I was doing things for the time being, and I'll just add little bits and pieces as I go. And I will definitely do another video, just a short one. This was just to kind of take a look at it. I hadn't really seen it yet. So yeah, so that's that. Hey, what up, Chaz? Good to see you, man. Yeah. So anyway, that's it. I'm out of here. It's been over an hour. Thank you guys for being here very much. Please, if you don't mind, put a thumb for me. Looking pretty dusty around here, so I could use it. Appreciate everybody. See you next time. Peace, guys.